Mention about the wall that the Cats are setting up. Can they sustain the pressure?
Some of the highlights here, and right from the first 10 seconds, when Mott won the opening bounce, and Port got a goal straight on the board in lightning fashion.
Yes. Well, they did bounce out of the blocks, and they needed to fire up early, because when you're in against a class side, you're going to expect them to return the fire, and the Cats did that. But at least the commitment and the passion was great amongst the Port side, within the Port side. They've got some work to do. They've mentioned that Ablett there has got to be minded. Glenn Robertson's on him. He's had about 7 possessions. He's been under pressure at least, but he's a dangerous player. You see some of those figures as 70-odd. So Port Melbourne down on the stats. Inside 50, centre breaks going slightly Geelong's way. I don't know at the end of all of that, just where they're going to go, whether they were really that confident in that Port Melbourne huddle. Anyway, Ross, we just heard David Dunbar, pretty technical kind of examination of the game via the stats. What about your man, Ronnie Watt?
Yes, well, he was, of course, disappointed with that start by the Cats, but just he was being back to basic and just saying that they were kicking the ball a little bit short, just run a bit more and kick it longer, but pretty happy, no injuries there for Geelong. But with me, Phil, you're talking about the umpires. You've got Kate Moore from the Dandenong Umpires Association. She's part of the community recognition program from the VFL. And how long have you been umpiring, Kate?
This is coming up to my 8th year next year. I've been umpiring for 7 years so far.
And the players give you a hard time being a woman?
Some of them do, but generally they treat the women probably better than they do the males. So if they swear, they sort of say, "Oh, sorry, love," and that type of thing. So yeah.
That's one advantage, isn't it? You're still in the finals?
Yep, this is the preliminary finals this weekend. So looking forward to the next 2 weeks, and the grand finals will be next weekend.
Well, good on you, Kate. We need as many hours as you can, Phil, and where you teach?
I teach at Springvale South Primary School. I'm a training 4th-year PE teacher, so yeah, I teach there, studying.
Good on you, Kate. Well, just try to encourage as many umpires as we can get, Phil and Drew. We need them all.
Good on you. A bloke broke my nose one day and said, "Sorry, love," too, Roscoe. I really appreciated it.
Mott wins in the middle and wins a free kick as well. Philandia goes back behind him, but the umpire's going to pull them up. And, gee, on those stats where Geelong are about 20 possessions ahead, you'd reckon that Port are really lucky to be within 3 points at quarter time. It'll be interesting to see how they go at the start of this second. Philandia again to centre half forward. Good climb. Stevens, good mark. Scott Stevens, who kicked 6-1 last week and had a 27 possession game. Well, he's coming up for his second today.
Well, obviously, Drew, they're going to need to be pretty efficient. You touched on it. They haven't had as many possessions, but they've been reasonably efficient.
49 metres out. Good drop punt. He was the leading goal kicker last year, and he's nailed his second today.
Well, I fancy that if they're to win the game, they're going to have to score a few goals like that, where they do go straight and do pluck a mark and don't have to waste too much time going via a few possessions, because this Cat side is full of talent. So they need to get what might be regarded as easy goals. Long kick, big mark, goal. Perfect.
Beautiful. Scott Stevens was the Swans' first pick in '99. Port Melbourne back in front by 3 points. Chambers palms it down. Kilpatrick, Bartell. Through the legs of Kilpatrick. Philandia. And Philandia gets the free kick against Kilpatrick.
Gee, played that smart, Peter Philandia. It was a classic old bit of midfield free kick stuff.
It's a good run from Obst, but goes shorter to Brockman. Brockman on the logo centre wing. He goes long inside centre half forward. Another big mark there. And here it is to Stevens again.
Well, look, Drew, I just really think this is important. That if they can just bang some of those kicks inside 50, and he stands up, this bloke. I tell you what, I think that was him at the huddle at quarter time, wasn't it, who made the comment to the coach about getting some loose kicks out on the wing. It may not have been, but I had a feeling it was. Must kick this way.
Stevens for his third, and
he is in good nick, isn't he? He is playing good football. The whole pack shifted for him there. You're saying, Drew, about him being drafted. He's got some class about him, hasn't he?
He has.
And that would look, Philandia's play prior to the free kick was fantastic. He got first hands on the ball. It was just beautiful touch play. And look at this. Stevens just set it up beautifully.
And Philandia has been involved in both these goals in the second quarter.
Well, he's an under-the-pack player. You see him there with a shaved head right in the middle.
9-point lead to the Borough. And Mott wins in the middle. Here's Philandia again. Another free kick.
He is a classic, isn't he? He is just a classic. Oh.
That's a rover, and the ruckman gives away the free for the high tackle.
Well, it's one of those heads you want to stick your arm around, isn't it? It just looks up at you.
Philandia goes for the hand pass. It's good to Evans. Oh, Evans follows up. Terrific football. Gets it back from McInerney. The kick. Oh. Stevens again.
Well, that was good set play by Philandia too, because Evans is one of the best set play kicks in this side. On that occasion, he wasn't able to go with the long kick. He ended up going wide. But, gee, if he pops this one through Stevens, the cat is really among the pigeons.
This could be his third goal in 4 minutes to start this second quarter. It's a beautiful-looking kick just across the face and a behind. So Stevens has already kicked 3 goals too. And he is putting it to Geelong here in this qualifying final. A Port win would be a huge boil-over.
He's only a kid, 20 years of age too, Stevens.
Still those Port ladies are better judges than you.
Oh, they always have been, Ross.
Hunt. He's got a loose man in McCarthy.
Can't say I always agree with everything they said about me, Ross, but some of it was right.
Mott didn't guard the mark very well. McCarthy got away, play fair, off his hands. Oh, Gill clever, taps it back to Bennett. And O'Loughlin's found some space. Hasn't been able to get into it very much yet. Starts to run. Travels his full meterage. Looks for Riggs. He's held out of it. Good play, McGrath. Good vision. Out to Woolnow, is sort of running backwards, but recovered in time. McGrath. Chatfield. Bennett's in good position. McCarthy coming with him. Makes the spoil. Bennett puts O'Loughlin under the hammer. He got it. Threw it out. Gee, I thought it was okay. What did you think, Phil?
No, I thought he threw it.
Okay.
I thought he did throw it.
Out of seniority. Oh, that's not 10, is it? Is that 10, Phil?
Yeah, 15.
15. It's not 15. Oh, well, that's it. Killer Kilpatrick looks for Playfair coming with a run. Philandia cruising at the back.
Oh,
no
beautiful
tackle
play.
on him. Buchanan kept it in front. Nice dish out. He's brought the ground. The Borough midfield working well. Ricks, Anstey, McMahon.
Look at the split.
And he's put down. Downfield it'll go. 6-yaw kicks Anthony Alloy.
Hasn't worked out his name yet, Ross, but he'll learn it.
He's been in and out a bit. Alloy always put his team out under the pressure. Ball of the bat by Geelong. In the back now.
Oh!
Not paid against Gardner. Here comes Hunt. He's strong. And he clears to half back.
Yeah, well played by Hunt. O'Brien. Clever.
Smart.
Spearing pass. Mensch. Chambers. Oh, the blind hand pass. O'Brien lost it. Bennett, Stevens. Port Melbourne playing their lights out at the moment.
Oh.
Philandia pops out the hand pass wide to Evans.
He's
kicked by Evans. Oh. Offline.
Gee, distance was good. Well, the kids here must be for a bit of footy at half-time.
They're loving it too.
Having a ball.
Ready for the Little League.
Out in the fresh air. It's a lovely afternoon here at Port Melbourne. 18 degrees. No breeze to speak of. And a good game of football. Chatfield. Just working it out. I think Ron Wald would like a bit more directness in the play. Scholl likes to run. He goes long. That's what he wanted, but he's found O'Brien. Good pressure, Obst. Rose there in support for the Borough. A dangerous push, but still in play. Stevens lost it. Bartel did well. Got a high one, Bartel, I think. Waste no time.
Trouble.
Oh, Chester McCarthy bounced off Brockman. Got the rebound. McInerney thrown around after the whistle. Lakarazzo, and who's going to get the free? It'll be a Geelong. No, it'll be a Port free kick at half back.
After the ball was gotten rid of.
To Obst.
Aren't they moving the ball well, Port? The teamwork has been fantastic. Bennett, long kick out to Rose. Outside defensive 50. David Mensch standing the mark. Philandia offers a lead in short. Still day here at Port Melbourne. No wind advantage. Well, very slightly might be going Geelong's way this quarter. Big pack comes to the front. Hurried kick here by Anstey. No distance. Bartel, he paid the mark. Good. Bartel's kick. Ablett hasn't had a kick yet, Gary. He's hand past everything. And another one. 7 handballs to Gergic. Gergic from 52. Beautiful kick. Goal.
Put the foot on the accelerator then, Drew.
Didn't he ever? What about the distance of the kick? Was absolutely brilliant. That he banged it outside from outside 50.
Here's Gary Ablett again. 7 hand passes, no kicks. So the opposition would need to be aware of that and need to close him down.
Yeah, well, that's the good thing about his game. We've seen him run and kick goals, but it's terrific to think that under pressure he's being manned up, but he's actually playing really creative football.
11 scoring shots apiece. It's a close one. Ricks won it for the Borough. Bartel took it. Chambers with the dreadlocks. Gives it to Chatfield. Inside 50. O'Brien scragging his man. Hobbs, but he had the strength anyway to take the mark. And looks for his captain, Philandia, in front of his adoring fans. Well, at least some of them would be out there for the Borough. Kicks inside 50. Looking for the big grab. It's all Geelong, though. Bartel to McGrath. A switching play quickly and dangerously. Looking like the top side they are. McCarthy well up the ground. Kilpatrick on a lead. Couldn't keep it in.
32 years of age, Peter Philandia, and age hasn't wearied him, has it? Really, he's been in amongst it.
Great second quarter so far.
Fantastic.
No holding. No holding.
Boundary throw in. Mensch using his body, but he clears a path for Brockman. Evans just gets a hand pass away. Was it a hand pass? Gary Ablett's in after it. And this will be a ball up. Brett Rose gets up a bit ginger after that. Gary Ablett, nothing like the build of his old man. Different player altogether, but in and under it. Good with his hands. Oh, free kick to Mensch. He's got one of the kidneys here. Too early against Ricks. It's great having the umpires mic'd up. Here's some terrific little things. Now Menchie with the free kick. He'll be just inside the 50. 49 metres. Gets away on the right. He's shot a goal.
Yeah, I think it was through before it actually swung, but, well, that's a goal that David Dunbar will not be happy about, because you don't give away a goal in a ball up here, and you'll see it. He goes, now what does he do? Goes too early. Gee, what's the rule there, Ross? Tell me the rule. Going too early, is that the rule?
Now, we're behind this. Right goal post. Oh, it might have just got in, because the goal umpire's a lot closer than we are, but yeah, I thought there was a case for it missing, actually.
Parallax it.
Yeah, parallax.
Means blindsided, I think.
It was a goal. Yeah, Philandia marked up by Tim McGrath. That's the Goliath and David. We'll see how that one goes. Here's O'Loughlin going very wide for Port. Free kick. Chatfield, they couldn't believe it. I don't know why. McMahon with the free.
Been reading a bit of the Bible during the week, have you, Ross? You thought it was relevant to the game?
Yeah,
good.
Just get myself on course.
What a quarter this bloke's played.
Scott Stevens. 6 last week, 3 already today.
That's your angle just there. Here's the mark.
Oh, he is making forward play look so easy. And as we all know, it's not easy.
He's getting more space in the absence of Ryan Ablett. Oh, that's a good kick.
Tell you what, how's he going?
Didn't see that Geelong defender look around and say, how did you kick that?
That's right.
It's kicked 3 in the quarter and 4 for the match. Scott
He is
Stevens.
just on fire, this bloke. He is as cocky as they come, playing with the wisdom of Solomon, Ross, for a 20-year-old. He is just... He's the go-to man at the moment inside that 50 for the Borough side. Tim McGrath picking up... Or well, actually, Philandia's gone off the border half forward. And it's maybe that just McGrath's had to pick him up. Making a few moves, a little bit of blood there. Johnson. Just throws us out because they often change jumpers.
David Johnson coming off. He's the brother of Mark Johnson, the Essendon player. David played 1 AFL game. He broke his ankle in round 1 this year.
Jeez.
Let's go, boys. We are into it. Are we into it? 5-point lead to Port Melbourne. And Scott Stevens has kicked 4 goals. And beautiful ruck work by Ricks.
Gee.
And it comes out wide, straight to Buchanan. 49 metres out, David Buchanan. What a goal from the opening ball to centre bounce.
Oh, that's almost like a set play, boys. Did you see that? If you have a look at this again, you'd swear it's a set play. The minute he's come off the wing as if they've practiced. I don't know whether they have practiced it. Ross, you have to ask David Dunbar about this one with Buchanan when you get to speak to him, if they get up after the game and you catch him. But this is remarkable. We might see it again. Look at this. Now, look. Buchanan's come off the wing. The minute that ball's taken, he's run straight to that zone. That is fantastic. Yes.
And they got the first goal inside 35 seconds.
Yeah, and that was Buchanan again.
Yeah.
So you'd have to say, well, it is a set play, and he's working a treat.
Ricks won that tap. They got it forward. Bennett in the way. O'Brien. Had the kick smothered. Carrazzo. Back to Hunt. Hangs it long. Playfair in there. Had it punched away. Bennett with the crumbs. The Cats still a chance. McCarthy tight on the boundary line, wobbles it, and there'll be a penalty kick.
I think you've been trying to put it through that big sign there, Ross.
Win a few $1,000s.
Have something.
And there's the target behind the goals. If the ball goes through the hole in the middle, it's $1,000 of electricity, isn't it? Energy. I tell you, who's showing energy today. Port Melbourne had played a superb brand of footy and lead by 11 points midway through the second term. Mensch can't bring the mark down in contest there with Ricks. Ball comes to Carrazzo. He's kicks wide and out on the full. So the dominant Cats, who have come into this game having won 6 in a row, finished the season with 17 wins and just 3 losses and a percentage of 157. They've just been put off their game a little bit here by David Dunbar's Port. Oh, that's a poor kick. Oh, might be able to recover. Luke Ablett gets the hand pass away. Good crisp handling. And a kick out wide towards half court. Terrific mark just inside the picket fence. Dragged in by Phibbs. Told to play on. He goes back to Bennett, pushing up from defence. Awkward half volley, but he's good enough.
Oh, smart play.
Evans. And now Gill. Evans in trouble. He just gets clear of the tackle. Robertson. And the mark taken by Ricks. Going past his Anstey. Right to the goal square. Oh, it's a good spoil. Hasn't gone out. Phibbs keeps it alive. No, it's over the line.
Gee, I tell you what, the Borough, they keep moving. They keep moving the ball, Drew. They keep handing it off. And, you know, the Cats are a big side. They just are lumbering a little bit. So they've got to work them. Got to work the ball around so Mensch can't get into the game. At the moment, the pattern is right for them. It's a good game, this.
Deep into the second quarter of the qualifying final. Grabbed by Mott. Perhaps he could have done better, but...
He certainly could have. He certainly could have.
Didn't get the distance from 20.
If he'd done that in the backyard at Namurka, Roger, to take your foot up his backside.
What was his preferred foot or not? Yes, you've been sprung, I'm afraid. How many buckets are we on now?
They're all right, those chips, aren't they?
Yes,
great bit of Australian fare.
Tempted. Gary Ablett to
He'll bring the house down when he has a kick, Gary.
Yes.
He had to kick it to the spaces, and luckily it bounced from McCarthy. Oh, he gave it to McMahon. In turn to Brockman, and Bennett, he took his eye off it. Chance to recover, loops it up to Brockman. Oh, danger, kick across to Obst. O'Brien almost able to chop it off.
Gee, they're smart there with their hands, the Borough boys, at the moment. That was a great handball by Bennett. He gave his teammate enough space.
Now Philandia's got space. Oh, beautiful little dummy. Peter Philandia from 50, the captain. Won't get the distance, but there's a mark. What now? He can't miss them there.
Gee, that was great play. Philandia's little pirouettes, Ross. How's he going?
He's
been
get off the
at
ground.
the ballet.
He didn't get off the ground.
Who?
Philandia with the pirouette.
Oh, you don't have to jump in the air to do a pirouette, do you? You just move the little toe around.
He certainly sucked him right in.
Oh,
Play fair. Rick Mott. Well, he doesn't even get out of the walk to kick that goal.
oh, Philandia is just in a purple patch. Fair dinkum. I thought he was gone a couple of years ago, Peter Philandia. He's playing brilliant football. He got away then. The way he took that ball, just have a look at this.
Rubber
the class.
ball.
Look at him. How he outsmarts his... Oh, that is a classic outsmarting of Playfair. Then he didn't give him a look.
Oh, that's what you used to do, didn't you, 20 years ago? That's why you love it so much. Sneaky little play.
It was so cunning. It was just brilliant. Oh, that's one of my plays of the day, that.
Mott coming off the ground. Blood rule? Yeah, I think he got a cross to the chops just after taking that mark from Foster. And it was good, actually, by the umpire saying, don't give it away, don't give it away, Motty. Because he had the mark in the goal square. Tell you what, he didn't look a certainty to kick that, and he was only about 8 metres out.
It puts the earlier shot into perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah. Gee, it's a good game, this. They are playing so well, the Borough. They're playing smart football, too.
Took the last 3.
Ricks in the ruck, and Mensch goes against him. Ricks beats him down to Anstey. A high ball to the front edge of the square. Philandia caught behind. No hope against McGrath.
He was always gone then, Philandia.
Tim McGrath. Been a great player. Out to centre wing. Kilpatrick tries to knock it on. Just tried to fingertip it. Lost control to Ablett. And pass back to Obst, formerly of Hawthorn. Good pass into the middle. Mark to Robertson. His kick towards the 50.
Oh!
Woolno gets the hand pass away. Hunt to McGrath. And McGrath to centre wing. Oh, well done by Gergit to take the mark. He centres the ball. Who's there to mark it? No one. Punched down by Obst. Hunt. Good control of the football. Puts it out wide. And the kick here by Gardner. Straight through the hands of Playfair. Played that like a movie star, not a footballer. Rose loses it. Snap for goal here. And it bounces through off the boot of Merriman.
Well, the quality of the players is such, you make a little error inside, close to goals like that, and it's shut the gate. They just ping the ball through the big sticks. So you've got to be right on your game. Can't afford to let anything slip. You see here, Bennett doesn't quite get it away. And look at the payback. Easy as you like.
Well, it was easy, but not a bad kick.
Yeah, well.
One of only 4 top-ups in this Geelong side. Andrew Merriman.
Ocean Grove boy, Ross.
Yeah, giving up circle. Oh, there's a off the ball. Robertson goes down. Looks to the umpire. It's Woolno. Rainbow-coloured hat. Sun visor. Chambers goes at it with Ricks. Quickly to Philandia. Good work in midfield. O'Loughlin waiting for the goal to open up. Heads to the goal. Oh, there is Mott, and a free kick against 2. Gardner, you can't believe it.
What, no eyes on the football, Ross? What was it?
Let's see what,
or was
he
it
says. Let's see what the umpire says.
Cody, can you walk out, please? Thanks, bro. Over you go, mate.
Did you hear what he said?
Yes, we did.
Do you want to listen?
1 more metre, please.
The umpire said, and the player said, no, I don't. Why should he?
So Cotchett gets the Borough's 6th goal of the quarter, and they're back out to a 17-point lead.
Now, the question was whether the player jumped too early and therefore interfered. We might see it. It's good work by Lachlan. Good work. Now, just see how early. Dear me. Gardner, was it? How early did he go? And what did he actually do wrong?
It's debatable.
Well, who would have thought they could get back out to a 3-goal lead? You can understand the start they've gone on with it. And once again, out of the middle, and the ball forward from Robertson, grabbed by McGrath, late in the second quarter, and Port leading the minor premiers Geelong. Hunt over the wing. Omar. Ricks.
About his head. We've been watching Austin Powers, these umpires. Roscoe, you're an Austin Powers fan. You know that mini-me? You keep saying, me.
You've got to watch it for your children.
I do. It's pretty weird.
Umpire Meredith. Not far away from half-time. Chambers takes it. Robertson lays him up in a tackle. Ablett with his pace.
First kick.
Many hand passes though. Inside 50. Looking for Gardner in attack then. Merriman. Spotted Minch. Shot on goal from Minch. He hasn't been so lucky this time. 2-1. The big fellow.
Minch's second goal earlier this quarter brought up 50 for the season. Leading goal kicker for the Cats. Kick in by Obst to Philandia. Had a heap of leather this quarter, Peter Philandia. Plunger, they call him. Always plunging in and under the pack. So,
not the nibbler.
not the nibbler, plunger. At one stage, they actually had plugger and plunger. 10 for the quarter to Philandia. Now, that's terrific output for a veteran. Comes to O'Loughlin. His hand pass is going to be chopped off here. Foster gets it back to Bartell. Oh, well played, Bennett.
Good play, Bennett. Oh, gee, they're fired up the Borough.
Brockman. Goes over the mark.
Look at the goals.
Taken by Luke Ablett. Luke is the son of Kevin. He goes long to the goal square. Stevens caught at the back. And it comes off Mott and a behind.
Really needed that ball out at about 15 metres in front of the goals, create a bit more danger.
Smiling Motty, he's having a great day.
Oh, they're fired up, the Borough. They're really fired up.
Hunt kicks in, targets Bartell. Spots him well. Powell leads in the middle, that's ignored. Woolno. Back to Hunt, who's run strongly, through half back. Rubs the kick, turns it over to Brockman. Chance for another Port goal because loose on half forward is Ablett. 70 metres from goal. Short lead from Buchanan. Mott sitting back in the square. Square to Anstey. Gets rid of Ablett with a swing of the hand. Chris Barry runs from defence trying to make an option. It's clogged up a bit now. Going to punt it long towards the goal square. Who's in front, Stevens. Couple of big fists there to knock it away. There's Barry who's run to defence. Buchanan. Out of bounds. It surprised everybody, including all us here in the comedy box.
Right on the line. Oh, he's over here.
Boundary umpire was in a good spot. Chalmers knocks it down to Bartell. Up towards centre wing. Good long kick by Bartell. Bennett a hand to the ball but couldn't complete the mark. O'Brien, a fumble and the ball out of play. Danny O'Brien.
He's been hard at it, Bennett, hasn't he? Been a really good player for the Borough. Great game in Adelaide in the rep game.
How about the long blonde hair players for Geelong? Gary Ablett, O'Brien, Carazzo. It's like St Kilda of the old days. Here's Philandia, he'll get another free kick.
Oh, that wasn't a free kick, you know. I didn't see, I don't think he was caught around the head at all there. I could be wrong.
So Peter Philandia, just about back at half back for Port. What's this, 11 possessions for the quarter? And he kicks towards half forward. Chambers. Oh, bounce off his dreadlocks.
Right off the sky.
Won't spoil the part, though.
Stay short, stay short. Straight out, guys, don't let go.
Up-and-coming youngster Chambers in the ruck, really has a go at it. Ricks did well. Down to Anstey. Bartell's got him.
I think he was tuning into Bob Marley this morning, Ross. You might have distracted him from his footy. As long as he wasn't doing the other stuff.
Yeah, mate.
Too relaxed. The way he's going, I don't think so, Bill. Let's watch him this time. Comes from the left. Well, pretty even contest. He's in hard at midfield. Chatfield got the quick kick. Bobs there couldn't keep it in. Close to half-time in this qualifying final. The winner through to a preliminary final. The loser another chance next week.
17 points the margin. Well, at quarter time, Geelong led by 3. And so it's been a really great quarter for the Borough.
That's the evening.
Menchie. Let's have a look, see what happens here. Oh, that was
So the kick by Mench out to the hot spot. McGrath on the forward line. He might get a free against Bennett. McGrath right in front.
Umpires are well and truly in the game.
One was holding and one wasn't. Yeah.
See it again. See what happens here. Where's it all happening? What's Bennett doing? It'll be just prior to them coming into vision there. But, you know, you should be allowed to contest a bit, I reckon, there, a bit more than he was allowed, Bennett, if that's what the bit we saw was the reason for the free kick.
There was a time when he regularly was Wayne Carey's opponent and regularly did very well on him. Tim McGrath kicks a goal.
Well, he uses the body pretty well, McGrath, doesn't he? I don't know what's wrong with that umpire, but I suggest he go and have a glass of water or something. Spare us all, take the mic off, for God's sake. There's Bennett. What's he doing? Is he holding? Yeah, well, I suppose he just got him, but I don't know. Not a lot in it. Not a lot in it. Bloke pushing back. Bennett pushing back with his body. Bennett being pushed back by McGrath, trying to get to the ball. Tiggy touch, I reckon, Roscoe.
Yes, hard to argue with you.
What do you mean by that?
It's a little bit ambiguous. That's what I mean.
I'm sure it is. It's very ambiguous.
Doing well. Philandia likewise to steal it. Chatfield, good work. Out in front of Merriman, with him Rose. A bounce favoured Merriman, put his team out under pressure. Mitch will get another free against Bennett. He's not a very good corner.
She had paid a few frees.
Oh, he's just got him. Umpire.
And 50.
Not Chamberlain.
50. Umpire Chamberlain right on the money there. Bennett lost his cool a bit, ran over the mark.
And it's always... Oh, gee. Well...
Bench going for his 4th goal. 3 in this quarter.
So Bennett has been penalised really for jumping over the mark. If you see that, he didn't actually run. I don't think he ran in. He actually jumped forward. And how far forward did he jump? Well, he took half a step. I suppose technically, but.
I've got Mench for 3 goals. You're in for 4, have you?
Yeah, I've got him 3. 1 in the first, 2 in the second.
You're right.
Yes, my pen's got a life of its own.
I think mine has.
A bit like my mouth sometimes.
margin back to 5 points. Philandia, what a quarter he's had. Didn't go 15. Bartel, no mark. Back to McGrath. Now back at half-back. Kicks out wide, where the mark's taken by Merriman. Merriman off the left towards half-forward. Poor old kick, though. Chopped off by Alloy. Out towards the wing, or short of it. Bartel. Goes to ground. Oh, say the Port crowd. Gee.
Now let's see. Holding the ball, you be the judge. Well, would have been if the second Port player hadn't got in amongst it, because the ball would have spilled out. Would have been illegal possession.
And that is half-time here at Port Melbourne. And what a qualifying final we are getting. Port lead by 5 points after trailing by 3 points at quarter time. 10 goals 6, so they kicked 6-3 in that quarter. 9-7 Geelong, so their score was 5 goals 1 for the term. A terrific quarter by Port to kick 6 goals to 5 against the minor premiers.
Playing great footy, Drew, no question about it, the Borough boys. And that man with a shaved head, Peter Philandia, the captain, 32 years of age, what was it, a dozen possessions? He's been fantastic. He's fired them up. Stevens has been brilliant. The crowd loves them. They've got the Cats under a bit of pressure. There you see the Cats, the form side, just feeling the pinch. Got a lot of big blokes in the team. Maybe the balance not just right. A bit of work for Ronnie Watt to do at half-time, but the fact that Porter in front just keeps that pressure on. Stevens has got to fire up again, but we have got a really good game of football down here at Port. The crowd's in the game over there in the Norm Goss stand. We're in for a big second half, Drew, no doubt about that.
And the goal kickers, well, Stevens was magnificent in that term. He kicked 3 goals in the second quarter, 4 goals for the half. Buchanan kicked 2 goals, and both from set plays virtually from a centre bounce. And for Geelong, Mensch has kicked 3 to take his season's tally to 51, and the rest have all come in singles. But it's a 5-point lead to Port Melbourne over Geelong. Great first half, and all we can imagine is the second half is going to be an absolute rib tickler. So spend Saturday afternoon with ABC. Don't miss a minute of it. And now here's one of the best things going around for the ABC, is Beverly.